Hi, I'm Lindy Greer.
And I'm Dave Mayer.
We're professors of management and organizations here at Michigan Ross.
And we've teamed up to talk to you about the future of teams.
Dave and I are passionate about leveraging our research and experiences with companies around the world to help organizational teams be the best version of themselves. Changing events in the environment have shown that effective collaboration is needed now more than ever. From the rate of technological change, global instability, you choose your challenge, we need to come together as teams in order for our organizations to thrive.
The ability of teams to collaborate and to adapt to these changes is crucial for organizational success, also for issues like innovation and engagement. So today we're going to talk about these challenges and things that we can do as leaders to overcome them.
Okay, challenge number 1, leading teams who work remotely or in a hybrid manner. Remote or hybrid collaboration is increasingly becoming the norm. A recent survey from Gallup found that over half of remote possible teams, 54%, are working in some form of hybrid or remote collaboration. The challenge, while lots of data is showing hybrid may be able to help individual productivity, the data on team-level success, a little bit more mixed. It can be really hard to connect, to coordinate, to get on the same page when we're not on the same position on a day-to-day basis. So what do we do? How can we help these remote and hybrid teams be better? Well, our research and work with companies around the world suggests that the key to the success of hybrid and remote teams is what we call concordance, or the ability of these teams to have agreed upon ways to work together. This might include having things like alignment days, in-person off-sites on a regular basis, and having clear agreements about norms and processes to enable people who are working at different times and places to still come together in real time, whether it's in-person or asynchronous, and get on the same page as a team.
Now let's move on to issue number 2, how to make ethical and responsible decisions. This is particularly difficult in a period of time where we have challenges in society, we have a polarized environment, and yet the importance for teams to make ethical and responsible decisions is more critical now than ever. Teams are increasingly making important decisions that have implications that are moral, reputational, and economic. With our increased access to information through the news, through social media, it's particularly important for teams to understand the implications of their decisions for those in the organization and outside of the organization. We find that teams that are able to take in multiple perspectives are the ones that are able to push back against some of these biases and make decisions that benefit all different organizational stakeholders. We also find in our research and in our experience with organizations that leaders and teams that are able to develop the practices, the policies, the systems around their ethical culture are most likely to make decisions that are responsible.
Challenge 3, creating agile, change-ready teams. In today's rapidly evolving business environment, the ability of our teams to shapeshift, to change between different modes of operating is so key. However, the challenge is that many organizations find that their teams lack this ability, this empowered accountability for teams to be able themselves to figure out how to adapt, how to transform to keep pace with what's happening around them. In our research and our work with companies worldwide, we find 2 key tools are really necessary. One is leaders, or as I like to say, hippopotamuses, hippos, the highest paid person in the organization. Hippos who know when to show their power, be big and out of water, but also to go underwater and listen and learn. The more that our leaders can flex their power to match the situation, the better their teams can as well. Secondly, the more that leaders, or good hippos, are able to design their teams for adaptiveness, the better. We find that teams that have a clear North Star, clear sub-goals, flexible roles, strong cultural guardrails, and leaders who can coach and empower are the ones who, at the end of the day, are able to do that shape-shifting, that adaptability that we need for our teams and our organizations to truly be change-ready.
4th challenge, helping teams develop autonomy. Currently, we have more teams that are self-managed. We have more teams that are dispersed across different locations. This can create a challenge for performing effectively. Team members need to build the confidence to be able to perform their tasks on their own. Even though teams must work independently sometimes, whether they are dispersed in different locations or whether they are simply self-managed teams, they often lack the skills that they need to operate on their own. Leaders often assume that their teams are able to do things on their own, and yet we find that they are hesitant to delegate because they don't think that their team members have the requisite skills. Team members need the support of team leaders to provide them with tools around time management, how to focus their attention, and also to build their own confidence so that they are able to complete these tasks on their own.
Challenge 5, leading diverse teams. As we all know, the world has some issues with polarization. A challenge this means for us and our teams and our organizations is that it can be hard to have a great conversation where people have different points of view and we're able to truly leverage that as an opportunity versus getting us into trouble. We find in some of our research and meta-analysis that over 70% of the time, 7-0, though we have a work-related debate at work, someone takes it personally and it gets emotional. If the entire heart of our business is this ability to leverage different ideas, to perform and to innovate, it's a problem if more often than not those conversations go south. So what can we do? In our research and our work with companies around the world, we find the best teams regularly push themselves to sit in that space of discomfort and actively seek out moments where people have different points of view. They then build in tools and processes to help teams keep these discussions about the data, not about each other, to keep it civil, to keep it constructive. They might formalize expectations on the agenda for discourse norms like this, and sometimes they could even bring in an element of play. One of our clients has a stuffed pink rabbit, not kidding, that comes out on the table for tough discussions, and if someone hogs too much time and goes down a rabbit hole, poof, goes the pink rabbit. The best teams are able then to truly leverage everyone's voice, everyone's different idea, to make better decisions together. With these practices in place, this enables our teams to be the best teams. Teams that can truly leverage different points of view to perform, to make better decisions, and to help our organization innovate as a whole.
We are truly operating in a new world of work. Leaders must develop the skills needed to help their teams within this new environment.
So if you'd like to learn more about solutions to these challenges, to help your teams have the collaboration skills necessary to truly be change ready, reach out to us at Michigan Ross Executive Education.
And thanks for spending some time with us. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Go
Blue!